5 News.
In just hours, cars will be allowed on the new Parkway linking San Francisco and the Golden Gate Bridge. But right now, only Skydrone 5 can show you video like this, a never-before-seen perspective of the massive project. Good evening, I'm Juliette Goodrich.
And I'm Brian Hackney. It's the traffic project decades in the making, and we have the technology to give us a real bird's eye view of the new Presidio Parkway before the road opens. It really is stunning. In fact, it gives us a view of KPIX 5's Alan Martin right now, who introduces us to Skydrone 5. Alan?
Well, Brian, we're bringing you the very first ever pictures from Skydrone 5 over the Presidio Parkway project. And Mike with Arosini, our pilot, if you want to gain some elevation, we're going to give you a unique special view as we take you over this roadway. We're going to do something a little different than we did when we joined you an hour ago. Mike's going to be able to hover a little bit lower. A lot of the workers have cleared out of here, but the first thing that you see, you've got to notice how wide open this parkway is. This roadway is 3 lanes going north, 4 lanes coming south. And part of the concept here was that it be called a parkway because they didn't want it to be a freeway. They didn't want it like the old Doyle Drive, of course. And as you see it approaching some of the first tunnels there, one of the first concepts for this roadway was that the entire thing was going to be encased in a tunnel, which would have deprived drivers of this exact view. What a gorgeous night we have over San Francisco Bay and the Golden Gate Bridge. So that's the view looking north. A little bit of break up there, but we're going to turn it around and kind of give you a better idea of what drivers who are coming south are going to see as they come in towards San Francisco. And when you have Crissy Field off to your left there and the Presidio off to the right, remember the old Doyle Drive was built with one thing in mind: keep people out of the Presidio. The Presidio was a military base, but how gorgeous is that? The Palace of Fine Arts, we are right below that. Right next to it is our location. So as the drone gives you an idea of what it's going to be like coming off of the Parkway onto Richardson, there's going to be a new intersection which will turn you if you want to go into the marina. But for the concept, they wanted it to be open. They wanted access. They didn't want it to be exclusive like Doyle Drive was. So I mentioned the tunnels. They kept those to a minimum. There are 4 tunnels. They're very short. They're wide open. And so the tunnels, while they are providing, of course, safety for drivers, they provide access for people who are walking or taking their bikes to and from Crissy Field and the Presidio. But how gorgeous is that with the Palace of Fine Arts? This project is $1.1 billion. It's taken 6 years to complete. I have been told that they expect it to open early, possibly midnight tonight instead of 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. We've kind of gotten used to the big construction projects in the Bay Area being finished a little bit ahead of time. They do build a little bit of buffer zone into that, but Skydrone 5 giving us a fantastic view of what this roadway is going to be like. So when people hit the commute in the morning, they are going to be absolutely stunned by it, I believe. There is more than a year's worth of work to complete on this project. The road is going to be open, but they still have, as you can see, there's a lot of dirt work and landscaping that has to go on. They have to landscape over those tunnels. But again, it's been a long time coming, but earthquake safety, absolutely. Much better road. And as far as aesthetics, I think you guys have to agree, a much, much nicer road. And they've even painted things the international orange to match the Golden Gate Bridge, the railing, the light fixtures. So it all kind of blends in.
Well, Alan, I'd say the big improvement, of course, is the fact that on the old Doyle Drive, there was nothing between you and sudden death, that is oncoming traffic, except some plastic pylons. That's the big change.
Yeah, not only that, but these lanes are going to be wider. They're 11 and 12 feet. There's actually a shoulder on each side, the north and southbound sides. So that's a huge improvement as well. But again, it's just that open concept. And as we both know, it's much safer than in an earthquake.
I have to tell you, the video of this is stunning. And both you and I drive by this project every day. And in 6 years, it's probably a reflection of my mind, but I was never able to actually put all of the pieces together. Alan, this really puts it together. You really get an idea of how it's going to work.
Yeah, Skydrone 5 giving us that great, fantastic, unique view. First time ever in the Bay Area we've been able to show you this. And can you imagine this entire roadway being buried underground, one long tunnel? What that would have been like driving? No, I don't think so.
Not now that we see it like that. Alan Martin live along with Skydrone 5. We'll have more later in the newscast.